When it comes to social media for your business, where on earth do you start? What do you put out on your social media pages that not only attracts followers, but actually gets people to buy from you? If you're like most business owners, you start by staring at your empty, newly made business account, trying to think of what content to create. Like, we could post some fun facts or some tips or something. Let me stop you right there. That kind of content is not going to do anything for your audience or for yourself. Too many businesses post just to post, but social media marketing done like that isn't really marketing. Simply posting isn't marketing. Random social media posts are not going to build your follower base, and they're certainly not going to get you customers. If your social media content is not actively bringing you leads and customers, it's not doing its job. So if you need help jumpstarting an effective social media presence, aka one that puts some sales in your pocket, then watch to the very end of this video because I'm going to show you how to build one in 4 easy steps. Step number 1, know your audience. What do I mean by that? I mean, determine what your audience finds valuable as it relates to your business. This should be the guiding criteria for every single thing that you put out on social media. If your audience doesn't find value in it, it's not worth the time and energy it takes to post it, and it's definitely not going to captivate your audience or get them to stop scrolling. And keep in mind that value can look very different across different audiences. I think a lot of business owners hear that they need to provide value and think that all of their social media content needs to be educational. An educational post works sometimes, but value can appear in other forms too. For instance, your audience might find your content inspiring or humorous, and that's what gets them to follow you and trust your brand. So if I were you and I was just starting out on social media with my business, I would first do a deep dive, into my target market and try to understand them as much as possible. Their likes, their dislikes, their goals, their problems in achieving those goals, and so on. If you need help doing that, I will link this video for you to watch next. It's a super helpful resource for nailing down your target audience. And the last thing I'll say about it too before we move on is that the reason understanding your audience is so important is because when you can think like them and understand their thought process, their desires, etc., then you can anticipate their behavior. When you anticipate their behavior, you can put the right content in front of them at the right time, and that's when the sales start rolling in. But if you're stuck on posting Canva templates of fun facts just to post something, I'm afraid your Instagram is gonna hear crickets, my friend. All right, step number 2 is to produce video. Video is no longer optional. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Video is no longer optional. It's a requirement and a necessity to grow online in this day and age. Some of you are camera shy and don't want to get up there filming TikTok dances or what have you, and that's totally understandable. Let me be clear in that I'm not asking you to film TikTok dances for your business. What I am saying is that all of the content you used to post via static images now needs to be posted in a video format. So let's say you're a real estate agent and you used to post things like 3 tips for first-time home buyers in a graphic image. That content now needs to be shared via a short video like a Reel, TikTok, or YouTube short. If you're too camera shy to be in front of the camera, you do have options. You can get a coworker to film it for you. You can hire a digital marketing company like us to handle all of your short video marketing for you. Contact link below. Or you can create a graphic video from Canva, which is almost like a slideshow where you just do the voiceovers on it. Or if you are ready to jump in front of the camera and film it yourself, that's even better. Short form videos are not live streams, so if you do feel intimidated about it, know that you can refilm it as many times as you want without anybody else knowing or seeing the outtakes. But regardless of the route you choose, you absolutely need to be posting videos, and if you're not, that's why you're not growing. I don't need to know anything else about your account to know that that is why you're not seeing the results you want. Video is king. So if you need video content ideas, I have several videos giving you concrete ideas that you can copy and paste for your business. I'll link those below. And I don't care if you're working with a 2007 flip phone, just find a way to make it work. Okay, film some videos. All right, step number 3 is to give your audience a CTA. CTA, of course, stands for call to action. You want to tell your audience what you want them to do and make it easy for them to do it. You don't want your audience out here trying to find your shop page or contact form looking like John Travolta. So make sure your bio links are updated, your post links are present and working, and so on. It could even be helpful to get an objective third-party opinion and ask friends to just look at your account. You can learn from any problems or questions that they have and watch how they navigate your post to better your CTAs accordingly. All right, and then lastly, step number 4 is to pay close attention to the numbers. Data does not lie. Your social media analytics should be your best friend because it will show you what type of content is performing the best, aka which topics are resonating the most with your audience and which topics are gaining you the most followers. I've worked with a lot of small business owners over the years, and the ones that are really struggling tend to be the ones that just post what they want to post, or post what they feel like works the best. And every time I'm like, does the data show you that that's what works the best? And 9 times out of 10, they look like a deer in headlights because they've probably never really looked at their analytics that way before, or maybe at all, who knows? So to take us full circle, this step kind of brings us back to what I said in step 1 about taking the time to figure out what your audience really cares about so as to guide your content topics. Posting a fun facts graphic because it looks cute isn't a good enough reason to put it on your social media page. And neither is the reason because I don't have anything else to post at the moment. I would rather you take a break from posting and take the time to study your account analytics, research your audience, and publish solid videos than continue posting mediocre content for the sake of posting. Now, if you made it this far, I just want to ask you, what questions or hesitations do you still have about your social media marketing plan? Like, do you feel like you have a good grasp on the first few things you need to do now? Or let me know in the comments anything you still need help on. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.